The content, views, and opinions expressed in the following program are those of the producer and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of the City of Bremerton, BCAT, their officials, or their employees. Hi, Bremerton and Kitsap. Welcome to Trash Talk. On this show, we have a chat with a local expert to learn more about waste and waste reduction. My name is Reama, and I cannot wait to learn more about today's topic. Secondhand everything is a personal goal of mine and many others. There's a resurgence of thrift shoppers not doing it because retail is too expensive or trying to flip products. They're shopping secondhand for environmental reasons, intentionally choosing to hunt for their possessions from what's been donated to various organizations. If you've ever wondered what happens to donations between the drop-off and the store floor, this episode is for you. Here to walk us through the behind the scenes of the largest thrift store in Kitsap County is Debra Wilson, the manager of the St. Vincent De Paul Superstore. Debra, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me today. I'm very excited to be here.
I'm excited to talk about the Superstore. I do love shopping there.
Oh, thank you very much. We appreciate you supporting us that way. It's a marvelous place to come and shop. There's so many items. There's just so much to see. There's so much to do. It's a very exciting place.
The turnover there is really impressive. Every time I go, it's like new furniture, new housewares, everything it just moves through there so quick.
It does. It moves very quickly, and that's all due to the generosity of the members of our community. We just couldn't do it without them.
Absolutely. Yes. The donors make it happen.
They make it happen, absolutely, every day.
Yeah. So how did you get started how did you end up at the Superstore? What did you do before that?
Well, before that, I actually worked for the federal government. And my mother volunteered at St. Vincent De Paul, and my mother said, hey, you should give this a try. And I said, okay. I'd never worked in a retail environment in my life. It's honestly been the most rewarding job I've ever had. Mm-hmm. There's so many good things that come out of St. Vincent De Paul. I mean, we are way more than a retail establishment. We're an opportunity, we're hope. We're clothing for those who don't have. We're a home for the mom that, lost her job and couldn't pay her rent today.
Right.
So we're way more than just a retail establishment, and it's a good feeling to work there. I go home feeling good about the work that we've done each day.
That's great. So the store supports the mission of St. Vincent De Paul, you're saying?
Yes, absolutely. The proceeds from our thrift stores support the programs at our resource center on Callow. So every donated item that comes through the store is really an opportunity. It's an opportunity for hope. It's an opportunity to help someone.
I'm like, don't make me cry on my show. But it really is like that.
It is.
It really is.
It really is. And oftentimes people don't realize that when they come into the store. They don't realize that purchase you just made is going to provide funding for a 24-hour pact for one of our unhoused neighbors. Mm-hmm. Or it's going to help utility assistance for someone who can't afford their utilities. Every purchase is a helpful hand to someone in our community.
So you're helping yourself because you're getting great finds at a really good price, of course, because it's a secondhand store.
Yes.
And also there's the other piece of it where you're supporting this fantastic mission that St. Vincent De Paul has.
It is a fantastic mission. Our mission is to feed those who are hungry, to clothe those who don't have what they need, to provide housing and rental assistance, utility assistance. We provide a lot to the members of our community, but the need is still so much greater.
Yes, and it's not going away anytime soon.
It isn't, Reama.
Having a funnel where you really can touch people that are not necessarily the ones that you're serving through your housing or your food service, like the food bank, but still connecting them to that work somehow through shopping, which we all need to do. I think that's a really fun way to just connect shoppers to the mission through the store.
It is.
Yeah,
that's great. It absolutely is. It's a wonderful place to work. I really can't say enough about the work that we do there. But it's only through the generosity of our community that we're able to do that work. And we try to honor every donation that comes through our store because, as I've said, every donation really is an opportunity for hope.
Yeah, and I think that sometimes people get the idea that it's secondhand and it was donated to you, so it should be, like pennies. And it's like, well, the donations have value, and the people that donated it to you to support the mission gave that value to the store so that you can do something with it.
That's right. That's
so
absolutely
it's important
right.
to honor the donations for sure, because that was part of the intention of the donor. Not all the time. Some donors give because they want to get rid of their stuff, but some give, I think, specifically to St. Vincent de Paul because they understand.
And we hear that. We've recently started our pickup service, our furniture pickup service. We recently started that back up. And when people call, often I hear, I want it to go to you specifically because of the good work that St. Vincent de Paul does. And that's really heartwarming to hear, and we hear that a lot. People come through our donation center specifically to donate to St. Vincent de Paul. We have people that come from out of the area that don't even live in Kitsap County to donate to St. Vincent de Paul because they've heard of the work we do and they support our mission. And it's wonderful to see that community activism all coming together to support the mission, which in turn supports our community.
Right. It is. I mean, we talk about circular economy, but this is like another layer to that because it's reusing things, which is the original circular economy. But in this way, you're circulating care and care for your community, for your neighbors. And I think that part just makes it more rich to shop secondhand.
It really does. And care for our planet as well. We only have one planet. We have to take good care of it. So I think that it's important, and I'm very passionate about recycling. Recycle as much as you can. And people think about St. Vincent de Paul, the items that we sell in our store really are just another form of recycling. We're providing sustainable opportunities for people, and people are becoming more aware of, the wear and tear on our planet. We've become very much a disposable society. We have paper plates, plastic cups, plastic forks, and it's really important to bring that around to the recycling aspects. Let's maybe get away from those paper plates and those plastic forks. We can go down to St. Vincent de Paul and we can get us a nice set of dishes at a very reasonable price.
Right.
Now we've recycled. And we should rejoice, really, with our recycling. They say reduce, reuse, recycle. I say rejoice because now you've kept these items out of the landfill, you've helped a member of your community, and you found something that you really, really like.
Right.
At a really good price.
Right.
It's just a win-win for everyone.
Yeah, it's triple threat shopping.
Yeah, it's really exciting when you look at it, I think, that way.
I love that, adding rejoice.
Yeah.
Because I do end up using a lot of just words to support my ideas, and I think that's great. I don't know why I haven't gotten there yet, but I think that's fantastic. Yeah, thanks for bringing that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to be thinking about that. What other words can I add that are like happy and do celebrate? Because finding something secondhand that you've been looking for, it feels like you've called it in.
Yes.
When you walk into the store and you're like, that is the exact thing I wanted.
That's right.
And how it got here from some donor giving it, and they got here at the exact time that I'm here, it feels like miraculous sometimes.
It's fun.
Yeah,
exciting.
It is.
How did this happen?
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
So walk us through what is the process? So a car pulls up.
Okay.
They drop it off at the side of the building, right? Or the back.
Our car pulls up and our receivers come out and take the donated items. The donated items are then what we call a pre-sort or a fast sort on our receiving dock. Our receivers take great care to keeping like things with like things, clothing, books, dishes, shoes, purses, and so forth. From there, they're brought up into our sorting area. our lead general sorter will go through them and pull out everything that is a direct-to-floor item. Those are items that are pre-priced in our system that can just go from the donations into the store directly. Other items are sorted through with great care. We look at each item. We want to give it the very best possible home that we can give it. So the items are cleaned, times the items are looked up, and then they're priced at a very fair value for our customers.
So when you're looking through the donations, what kind of things are you looking for? Like, do you want to make sure only like damaged things don't get on the floor? What kind of things?
Yes, we do. We do try to pull out items that are what we call non-sellable items, but they still have purpose. And we'll get to that in just a moment. So the non-sellable items are set aside, and then they move on to their other purpose. Items that are sellable are priced or direct-to-floor items, and then they're taken out to the store by a merchandiser who puts them out and displays them.
So by this point, by the time they're going to the floor, they've been touched by 3 or 4 people because someone had to receive it and then pre-sort it and then take it onto the floor. So that's at least 3 people.
Yes.
And I think that part of is missed sometimes when people see the overall picture of how creative or how circular economy works, is that it takes human labor.
It does.
To sort these things.
It does.
Especially in a retail setting where things have to be merchandised and put on the floor and everything. It is human love and labor.
It really is. It really is. Our sorters in the back room take great care with the items that come through. We want to be good stewards of our donated items. We have a responsibility to be good stewards to those items. So all items are treated with care, whether they're repurposed for recycling or whether they're repurposed to go out into our store for sale. The community brings us these items, and I think they have that intent in mind. We're going to give these to St. Vincent De Paul to help support the mission. So every item has value of one source or another that comes into our store.
I love it.
Every item has value.
I love it. And honoring that through the process is so great.
Yes.
Yeah. So what happens with the still has purpose but not resellable items?
The still has purpose but not resellable items are recycled.
Okay.
We recycle everything, really. Books, shoes, handbags, suitcases, toys, clothing, dishware, everything is recycled. We've partnered with American Northwest Recycling. They do our metal recycling.
Yep.
Amy and her team, amazing.
Yep.
They're awesome. That's all I can say. They came and we had a metal recycling event. They came, they volunteered their time with us. They did setup. They stayed the entire time. They took away all the metal. It was amazing.
They're great.
They are.
They're great partners to Charleston, too. They bring the cars down for Halloween and help us decorate the neighborhood for our spooky street. I just love working with Amy and American Northwest Recycling. You're right. They're great.
They're great.
Yeah.
They really are great. We've also partnered with Buffalo Industries. They're in Seattle.
Okay.
We do toys, suitcases, shoes, textiles with them, and they're also a very good organization. They bring us a trailer and park the trailer by our donation entrance, and then we fill up gaylords of clothing, shoes, etc., and we load it onto the trailer. When the trailer's full, they come and pick it up. They take it, they weigh the items, and they bring the trailer back to us. So they're another fantastic organization. Anthony is just a really great person to work with. Our books are recycled. We call him Joel the book guy. He comes and he picks up a couple pallets from us every other week of books, and he takes them and he recycles them.
Wow.
We really put great effort and emphasis on keeping as much as we can out of the back of that dump truck. We do get items that really can't go to a recycler that have to go onto the dump truck, but we make sure that it's an absolute. There's even items that come into the store that we might use in our store. Maybe we need a new mop.
Right.
And here comes a new mop. So now we have a new mop.
Right.
So we're always looking for ways that we can reuse items in the store.
Yeah, and keeping it
and recycle.
Right. Even if you can't use it for resale, it still has value, like you said.
Yeah.
So finding a
everything
partner
has value.
Yeah. And that's the value of those partnerships. Because you can't do it all and they can't do it all. But together as a team, we really do make a big impact.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's community coming together again. And I think that we need to focus more on community and how we can help one another. There's so much need for that right now.
Yep.
You know, with people are hungry, people are unhoused, people need clothing, school is starting, little children need school clothes. There's just so much that we can do in the community, and by fostering these partnerships with these different organizations, we do just that.
Right. It takes all of us working together.
It does. It takes a village, as they say.
So speaking of the impacts, I would love to hear about the recent recognitions that the Superstore got.
Oh, I'm very excited.
Yeah.
Yes. We were voted the #1 thrift store in Washington State. Yay. By Family Destination Guide.
That's great.
It's a great honor. But what we've discovered is what's more important is the trust that we gained from our community. Being voted the #1 thrift store in Washington State is a huge honor, and we are very proud of that, and we will continue to strive for that excellence to meet the needs of the community.
Love that. What do you think set you apart and got you the recognition?
I think it was the size of our store.
It is big.
It's huge. It's the biggest one in Kitsap County. And also, I think the value that we offer for the goods that we sell. Our items are priced very reasonable. That's part of our mission, is to provide low-cost items to the people who need them.
Right. Right. Well, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
That is quite...
It's quite
it's
an
a
honor.
nice star to wear, you know?
Yes.
I feel good about that for a whole year.
Yes, we still are rejoicing in that.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, those awards don't come every day, so
they do not.
And the recognition, and like you
Yes.
said, the community trust that comes with it. That's important.
Right. That's
keeps
very
people
important.
donating and keeps people shopping there too.
That's right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
How long have you been in the current location?
Right now, 4 years.
Okay.
4 years. Yes, it was a big move. It was fun. We packed up our old store on Callow and moved and set up our new store on Wheaton Way in one weekend.
You had like 100 people there to help you or something?
Oh my goodness. We had the Knights of Columbus came and they helped us. We were loading trucks. We were shrink wrapping clothing racks. It was amazing to see everybody come together to make this happen. And we did. And we were successful at making it happen. And our store is doing very well. And we're just so excited to be there. We really are. All my team members, they have so much pride in the store. And I think that shows.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a good feeling when you walk in. All the clerks are very friendly and helpful. And it is gigantic inside.
It is. Yeah. It's really large. And we do try to be welcoming to everyone that comes into our doors. My team is very friendly. They're very helpful. If you have questions, if the person you ask doesn't know the answer, they're going to find somebody who does know the answer. Yeah. And that's the warm, friendly, inviting feeling we want when people come through our doors at St. Vincent De Paul. We want to be more than just open the door, it's a retail shop. We want to welcome people in, make them feel comfortable. So
it's another layer of community care.
It is.
Yeah. And that customer service experience isn't found every place. So it really is remarkable when it happens, especially in a place where you want customers to connect.
Yes.
So they come back again and again and support the mission.
That's right. That's very important.
Yeah. So what do you think are some of your like top movers through the store or your most quick moving products? That way I know what to come in more often, you know.
It would be our clothing.
Okay.
Our clothing is by far our #1 seller. We've just expanded our bundle deals. So come in and check out our new bundle deals. Those are always fun. And then after clothing, it would be housewares. Dishes would be after that. But clothing is by far our biggest donated item and our biggest seller as well.
Well, everyone needs clothes.
We all need clothes. That's correct.
That makes sense, yeah.
And through our clothing voucher program at our resource center, we offer clothing to those who can't come in and purchase it on their own. So that's just another thing that St. Vincent De Paul does for the community.
So someone goes to the resource center and gets a voucher, and then they come to the store and redeems it? Is that how it works?
And they just do their shopping.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great. It's when you're giving those services, it's so important to lead with dignity, and I think that it sounds like that's what's happening at St. Vincent De Paul.
Every person deserves to be treated with dignity and respect. I don't care who you are. You still deserve dignity, respect, and kindness. Kindness is a big deal to me because I think a lot of times we lose sight of that, and we're not as kind to others as we could be. And it's much easier to be kind than it is to be unkind to people. And I'd like for more people to just remember that, because you don't know what that person went through. You don't know, that person could have lost a family member, or maybe their car wouldn't start on the way to work today. You know, you don't know what's happening behind the scenes in people's lives. And so to be non-judgmental and to be kind and supportive of these people is very, very important to us at St. Vincent De Paul.
Yeah, kindness is free. And it's underused.
Yes.
We all can do better.
We can.
Some people can do better more.
Yes, I would agree.
But that's one thing that if you're striving to be kind, it's always a place you can grow. And like you said, you just never know what someone has gone through that day or that week.
That's right.
What is on their shoulders that is not on yours.
That's right.
So just leading with kindness is very important.
Yes.
And I do feel that when I go into the superstore.
That's good. I'm glad. I really am glad, because it's very, very important to us at the thrift store.
Yeah. Well, thanks for coming on, Deborah. It was really great to hear more about St. Vincent De Paul, and I love to learn about behind the scenes and the mission tie-in with the resources. So thank you for sharing all of that about the Superstore. It was really great to learn more today.
Thank you, Reama. Thank you so much for having me and allowing me to speak about my greatest passion, which is St. Vincent De Paul Superstore. Thank you very much.
Yeah, nice to have you.
Thank you.
It's truly incredible to think of how many people, humans, are involved not only in the initial manufacturing of the things around us, but also in the process of recirculating these useful items. Not everything can be recirculated directly to consumers, so building a strong network of partners to reduce waste as much as possible is key, as Deborah explained. After that conversation, I'll never see a thrift store the same way again. If you want to catch up on past episodes of Trash Talk, you can find them on the BCAT YouTube channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Use it again, Bremerton and Kitsap.